Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the 10 worst wars in human history. So buckle up, because as we journey through these 10 wars, we're not just listing dates and casualties. We're talking about the ideas that fueled them, the people caught in their wake, and the lessons we can hopefully carry forward. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the Napoleonic Wars. These conflicts were a series of major global wars that took place from 1803 to 1815, involving many of the world's great powers. Napoleon Bonaparte, often romanticized as a military genius and a revolutionary leader, led these wars with an ambition to dominate Europe. His campaigns stretched from the Iberian Peninsula to the heart of Russia, leaving a trail of both glory and devastation. His French Empire clashed with major powers like Britain, Austria, Prussia, and Russia. These nations formed and broke alliances in a complex dance of diplomacy and warfare, each seeking to curb Napoleon's influence and protect their own interests. The human cost of these wars was staggering. Millions of soldiers and civilians perished, not just from the battles themselves, but also from the widespread famine and disease that followed in their wake. Entire communities were uprooted, and the social fabric of Europe was forever altered. These wars dismantled the old feudal order that had dominated Europe for centuries. They sparked nationalist movements across the continent as people began to see themselves as part of larger nations rather than subjects of local lords. This shift set the stage for a new balance of power in Europe, one that would eventually lead to the unification of countries like Germany and Italy. In the aftermath, the Congress of Vienna was convened in 1814 to 1815 to restore order and stability to Europe. This gathering of diplomats and statesmen aimed to redraw the continent's political map and establish a framework for international diplomacy that would prevent future large-scale conflicts. While Napoleon gets the statues and the glory in many history books, it's crucial to remember the millions of lives lost and the lasting impact these wars had on Europe's political landscape. The destruction and upheaval left scars that would influence European politics and society for generations to come. These wars shaped the continent we know today, laying the groundwork for the modern nation-states of Europe. The boundaries drawn and the political changes enacted during this period have had a lasting legacy, influencing the course of European history up to the present day. At number 9, we journey back to the 17th century, a time of great upheaval and conflict in Europe. We delve into the 30 Years' War, a series of wars that ravaged the continent. From 1618 to 1648, Europe was torn apart by religious tension and political ambition. This devastating conflict involved many of the great powers of the time. Germany became the main battleground, with entire cities razed and millions dead. The war left a lasting scar on the German landscape and its people. The Peace of Westphalia, signed in 1648, ended the fighting and established principles that shaped international relations. This treaty marked the beginning of a new era in European politics. This war is a stark reminder of the dangers of religious intolerance and unchecked ambition. It serves as a historical lesson on the catastrophic consequences of such conflicts. The 30 Years' War reshaped Europe and laid the groundwork for modern diplomacy. The treaties that ended the war introduced new concepts of state sovereignty and non-intervention. The war also led to significant changes in the balance of power in Europe, influencing the political landscape for centuries to come. The lessons learned from this conflict continue to resonate in today's world. As Europe rebuilt from the ashes of war, the foundations for a more stable and diplomatic continent were laid. The 30 Years' War remains a pivotal chapter in European history, reminding us of the importance of peace and diplomacy. Coming in at number 8, we shift to the American Civil War. From 1861 to 1865, brother fought brother over slavery, states' rights, and national identity. Over 620,000 soldiers perished and the South lay in ruins. The war ended slavery and forever changed American history. The legacy of the Civil War continues to resonate today. It's a reminder of the fragility of unity and the importance of confronting injustice. The Civil War shaped the nation we know today. For number 7, we travel to the Korean Peninsula and the Korean War. From 1950 to 1953, North Korea, backed by China and the Soviet Union, invaded South Korea, supported by the US and UN. The war left millions dead and the peninsula divided. The Korean War serves as a chilling example of how quickly conflicts can escalate and the enduring legacy of ideological clashes. At number 6, we find ourselves in the jungles of Vietnam. The Vietnam War from 1955 to 1975 was a complex and controversial conflict. It was a guerrilla war that blurred the lines between civilian and combatant. The war divided the US, sparked protests, and left deep scars. The Vietnam War serves as a reminder of the devastating consequences of Cold War tensions. Coming in at number 5, we enter revolutionary Russia and the Russian Civil War. From 1917 to 1923, the Bolsheviks clashed with the White Army in a brutal struggle. Millions perished from violence, famine, and disease. The Bolshevik victory paved the way for the Soviet Union. The war left a nation traumatized and its people scarred. The Russian Civil War shaped the 20th century. At number 4, we confront World War I, fought from 1914 to 1918. The Great War was a clash of empires with new horrors like poison gas and machine guns. Over 16 million died, and the war redrew the map of Europe. The Treaty of Versailles bred resentment, leading to World War II. World War I shattered the illusion of a civilized world. It ushered in an era of unprecedented violence and global upheaval. Coming in at number 3, we journey to 19th century China and the Taiping Rebellion. From 1850 to 1864, Hong Xiuquan led a rebellion against the Qing dynasty. The Taiping Rebellion was a social revolution with millions of followers. The conflict left 20 to 30 million dead, and China devastated. The rebellion challenged Confucianism and promoted equality. The Taiping Rebellion transformed China and left an indelible mark on its history. At number 2, we confront World War II, fought from 1939 to 1945. The war was fueled by totalitarian ideologies and unchecked aggression. The Holocaust stands as a chilling testament to human depravity. World War II left 70 to 85 million dead and cities in ruins. The war reshaped the world and highlighted the importance of confronting hate. World War II continues to cast a long shadow over humanity. And at number 1, we arrive at the Second Sino-Japanese War, which lasted from 1937 to 1945. This conflict was a major theatre of World War II and had profound impacts on both China and Japan. The war began with the Marco Polo Bridge incident, a skirmish that quickly escalated into a full-scale war. This incident marked the beginning of 8 years of brutal conflict. One of the most horrific events during this war was the rape of Nanking, where hundreds of thousands of Chinese civilians were brutally murdered, and countless women were raped by Japanese soldiers. This atrocity remains a dark chapter in human history. The war caused immense suffering, with millions perishing not only from combat but also from famine and disease. The destruction was widespread, affecting countless lives and leaving a lasting scar on the nation. Despite facing overwhelming odds, the Chinese people showed incredible resilience and bravery. Resistance fighters and soldiers alike fought valiantly to defend their homeland against the invading forces. The aftermath of the war significantly shaped China's national identity and its future relationship with Japan. The conflict left deep wounds, but it also forged a sense of unity and determination among the Chinese people. Remembering this conflict is crucial to honoring the millions who suffered and died. Memorials and historical accounts serve as a reminder of the past, ensuring that the lessons learned are never forgotten. And there you have it, the 10 worst wars in human history. These conflicts remind us of the tragic cost of war and the importance of building a more peaceful future. If you found this video thought-provoking, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Thank you for watching, and let's strive for a more peaceful future. See you next time.